welcome to my tier list of Assassin's Creed Rebellion. Now excuse me for a moment to explain this to my normal Czech audience. Aloha a vítám vás u svého videa o Assassin's Creed Rebellion. Jak vidíte, tohle video vychází mimo obvyklý a bude zaměřený spíš na anglický publikum, takže pokud nechcete poslouchat moje žvásty v angličtině, tak se uvidíme u dalšího videa. Pokud jo, tak užijte si anglickou verzi. So, here I'm back. And I decided to make my own Assassin's Creed Rebellion tier list by heroes, hero tier list. That is based on our 100 heroes that we have in the game. Clarification at the start, I am from Czech, and if I will have some problems with pronunciation, please excuse it, especially in different names from different cultures, because what we have here, we have here names from Spain, we have Arabic names, some French names, and from other cultures as well. So if I butcher that, I'm sorry, but you will do nothing with that. So let's play some music. I choose to play Assassin's Creed 2 soundtrack to have something. On second screen I have open ACR so I can look to stats of our characters. So first we have Adevale. For me solid A tier. Expert Freerunner, Assassin Master, Blunderbuss, Firecracker, some great skills. It have also Reckless Assault. That is not so good because you need healer to cover his wounds, but for solid A tier, I'm sure. Second is Augier de Nehra, our main hero, and for me it's also solid A tier. You can disagree with me, but I will not look only to raw power of heroes, but also how they are useful even for be low quality as rare or common. And Augier is for me number one for completing all 5 regions. Yes, his weapon is locked behind last story mission, but what can you do? You can have everything, but I believe you can create that weapon even before you do Forge mission. So because he is so useful for me, that's why I rank him in A tier. Then we have Al-Mualim, the traitor, as I like to call him. And I think he should be in C tier. He don't have the best layouts of skills. His main attribute to the game was by me. He came with event the Echoes Through the Enemies that became home for many others. He has buff that boost every person with assassin skill to have success. He also have assassination, and he can bleed and slow enemy, plus debuff enemy attack and defense. Have passive that boosts lethality and agility, but I don't see him as good character. Then we have Alexei Zima, first hero here, and I think he also belongs to the C tier. Only one heal for healer, some combat skills. For me, he can decide if he won't be warrior or healer, so C tier. Then Alexios, and for me he is S tier. He is not tanky as other tanks, but for me his stun plus Spartan kick, he demolish enemies. Plus he has parry so he can get less damage, and fire to boost it. Then we have first Malaka, Alcibiades, 3 dots. Yeah, he has more healing skill than others, but Alcibiades is Alcibiades, and most time he would get other characters to bed than actually help them, so here he is. Alonso Pinto, I must say he is D tier. He has lockpick, yes, he has some nice combat skills, but he like 5-star weapon, so without that he is D tier. Altair, great assassin, and he deserves to be in S tier. Freerunner and assassin master, throwing knives, plus he can one-shot any enemy with his execution skill, plus boost his other party with lethality and agility. On guard, he can gain dodge boost and chance to strike twice. I mean, definitely S tier. Alvaro De Espinosa, for me B tier. He's hard, and with that, he is before his damage output is bigger than Beatrice, but he don't have such skill as Bea, and that is that parry, improved parry, or whatever it's called. And yes, he has great skills like death hit or cleave, but for B tier it's skill mercenary instinct that gain initiative to targeted party member. With that, he can be really useful, but if he don't have first hit and don't one-shot enemy, then he don't have long don't last long in battle. Then Andrea Cortez, for me also solid B tier, surprisingly good for common DPS. Hit hard, have self-heal. I mean, she can be useful, but she is fastly forgettable because you get other heroes. Angela Carrillo, another hero, and I must put him in D tier because she have only 2 heals, but yes, it is 45% heal for all party. That is good, but not so useful. She has buff, that's good, but nothing great. Apollodorus of Sicily, for me he is another B tier. His main buff is Vice Consul that gain 5% accuracy bonus, and for characters that have 95% chance to hit, he make 100%, but that's all. Sorry for cut, but I must fast do something, so let's continue. So Apollodorus, B tier. Aya of Alexandria, for me she has A tier. She don't last long in fight, but she has great skill. Fleet-footed that gain 30% more dodge for her. Her Venom, Asp Venom that continue with effectivity as you fight, so every tick is more devastating than tick before. Plus, I don't talk about how good she is in sneak plus, and she has also free running skill. Then Baltasar de Leon, for me another B tier. He has good 2 buffs. One is only for him, that is Knightly Discipline, that buff his attack power. That combined with tenacity of the Covenant, that buff defense make him good, plus with his stunning blow he can take one hit and then destroy enemy while that enemy is stunned, but he is not so effective. Bartolome Ortiz. Great blacksmith, but that's, I think, it's all. He has self-heal, yes, but as on their combat skills, I don't think they help him too much. Then Bartolomeo de Alviano, and I must say he is D tier. He has Berserker, okay, he has Cleave, he has Fear and Swing, but he don't have something that will keep him alive, and mainly he don't have Bianca, his legendary sword, and that's problem. After Bartolomeo we have Bassim Ibn Ishaq, Master Assassin, free running expert, execution, smoke bombs, tactical strike. I mean, what a great combination of skills, and I think he is better than Adevale and Altair at top of A tier. Bike of Siva, I mean, should I say something more? Bow, assassination, and if you fail assassination, enemy can get infarct and get crit for all his HPs. Then quick strike, and when you fight Vortex in battle, you have overpower that deal 300% of his damage. I mean, for DPS that have only light gear, he is amazing. Plus he heal, I believe, from Sadist. It's from Blade of Sand. Yeah, yes. So also self heal. I mean, what do you want more? Great DPS. Beatriz de Navarrete. I said I like her a lot, and for me she has a steer. Yes, she don't have that much damage output, but come on, she is from region 2, and when you give her 5-star gear, she can solo R5 missions. That is something some legendary or epic characters have problem. For me, Bea S tier. Blackbird, aka Edward Teach, legendary pirate, and he is C tier. Yes, he has some nice buff that gain initiative, he has pistols, he has taunt, but that's not something you want to have. But the most problem with his is his most disappointing skill, board side barrage. I mean, 100% damage from cannons? That's really weak. I hoped it will be skill that massacred almost any room, that will really weak enemies, but it deal almost no damage at all. Bogey Three Finger, common DPS from North campaign, D tier. You don't have something that will make you say, oh, he is great. No, he isn't. Claudia Auditore da Firenze. Second best healer before Naples campaign. She has stealth. She has 150% heal, 21% heals with chains to heal another 15%. She have healing for when she dodge enemy attacks, on guard that boost her, more coins you can get in treasury, faster promotion for green heroes, and also merciful killer. That's perk that you use one time per fight, but insta kill for any enemy that has below 35% HP. Great. So definitely A tier. Cleopatra, Assassination, some poison, some buff for damage, and sun throw that debuff enemy, and boost party lethality by 10%, plus green mentor, specialist mentor. I can see her upper than C tier. I don't think she is that good to be there. Yes, she can assassinate, she can buff assassination stat and attacks, but that's all. In fight she don't last long enough. Conor Kenway, I will not try to pronounce his native name, I don't have skills for that, and hard to say because I don't have him 5-star yet, but he has Freerunner Master, that's great, plus has Assassination Expert, also good. That's something you want. Overpower as Bayek, but I don't think he can last long as Bayek in fight. Throwing Axe, that lower enemy defense and deal damage, that's nice. And Quick Shot, not as good bow as Bayek. I think he will be between A and B tier, so let's put him at top of B tier. Plus with his Tomahawk that is classified as hammer, he could deal some nice damage without terribly bad speed. Constanza Ramos, not a bad freerunner for region 1, but upon this you get Luisa, so I think she is at top of the tier. Corvo Antonelli, great warrior in one-on-one fights, but without that not so good, so I think C tier is place for him. Della Agir Sdotir, common disarm. Yes, she can lockpick, she can disarm traps, but that's also D tier. Then Darius, creator of First Blade, Master Assassin, have kicked that lower enemy defense, assassination, that's I said already, but execution. For me, he is solid A tier, that is between Adevale and Augier. After that, one of my favorite tanks in game, Dominigo De La Torre, great initiative stat skill for all party members. When enemy kill him, he can restore 35% of his HP over 4 ticks, and he cannot be killed in this 4 ticks. What do you want more? Plus execution? S tier, easily. Edward Kenway, similar to his grandson, but he has one something that Conor don't have, and then is free running Grandmaster together with free running Master, Expert Assassin, can bash one chest to get full loot, pistols, dual wield. For me, nice A tier. Favor, I mean, should I say something more than Favor? Best hero in the game without discussion. Great AoE plus free running adept, that's great. So best hero in the game. But then we can say about her male version, Paywar, that is locked behind cubes. Very expensive to get 5-star, and then he is not so good as you would expect, and I think he belongs to the B tier. Then Elana Nicolini, common disarm. Again, she is better in disarm than Dalla, but that's probably all. So what do we want? I think she also belongs to the D tier. Now we have Evie Fry. Master Stealth, Expert Freerunner, Lockpick, Throwing Knives, Blitzkill. For me, she is somewhere in the middle of A tier. In fact, she don't last long, but because her cane sword is classified as hammer, that means her 100% damage, the 80% damage, sorry, from throwing knives is much more than have heroes like Altair or Auger when they have swords. So for me, she can some either enemies one shot or kill them really fast before they have chance to hit her. Ezio Auditore de la. That what something would Yusuf say. Master and Grandmaster Assassin, freerunning expert, and have counter attack that have chance to insta kill the enemy. I don't think he is that good as some others would say. Yes, he has 7 assassin skills, he has free running, but for me he don't fulfill expectation what we could have in him. So because of that, I see he is a lower A tier. Faris Al Safar, I mean disarm expert and then some stun grenade and boost of allies. I don't think he is some good, so D tier. Flora de la Cruz, expert in stealth, some nice fighting skill for shadow hero, but not so powerful, so for I think she is nice B tier. Gaspar Donoso, I mean, what other than S tier he can be. He is common healer that was for years the strongest healer in the game and took Leonardo Da Vinci to came in the game to be topped from NO1 position for healers. So what other than S tier he can be. Georgios Cardoso, not a bad DPS for rare hero, but he don't make you say, yes, this will be my main hero for whole game, because he don't something that you want. He have exploit weakness that increase crit chance by 70%. That's great. When you max his critical chance to higher point, it means almost every his hit is critical hit, but his defense is down by 30% for same time, so it's not worth it really. You need also boost his dodge to have better fleet foot, so he don't get hit during that exploit weakness. So that won't help him too much, and I think he's C tier because his only strategy to crit enemy and kill him before he get hit. Gershom De Loya, I mean, he is meme. 3 dots. Yes, he boosts attack power by 100%, but also take 20% of that ally down over 20 ticks. So to counter that, you need healer, and you don't want this in team. He is mean for a reason. Girolamo Da Luca, great AoE in terms of dealing massive damage in short time, but extremely bad in taking damage. So for me, he is C tier because he don't last long in battle. Yes, he has Reaper's Call that grant him immortality for 6 ticks and boost by 50% his attack, but nothing that you want when he get destroyed really easily. Grazia, common AoE without 5-star weapon. What can I say? D tier. When you get her for Naples campaign, you don't need her. Good Lauger, Stone Eye. Another command that is accessible relatively late because he is campaign and you need quite a lot of mission to complete, and when you get him you don't need him. I think he is also D tier. Hamid Al Jazeera. It was my favorite, this arm, at the start of the game because he had lockpick. And I think he is bottom of D tier. C tier, sorry. As you move forward, you forget him quite fast, but he has his value. Ilios, I mean, she is just weak. Assassin Novice, yes, Seal of the Covenant is nice, but that's all. But she is extremely weak. Plus, she don't have 5-star weapon. Horatio de Herida, I mean, another S tier. Great health, great defense stats, especially when buffed, plus stunning blow and retaliate make him really great. So, I mean, S tier. His only weakness is quite low DPS. But when you have someone who keeps him alive, some healer, he can clear anything because he has time for that. Inigo Montañez, C tier. Not something great. He has bleed, he has fleet flute, okay, nice, but reckless assault, 300% damage, nice, but 5% of his HP is gone. So another hero that need healer to be effective. I don't say Horatio, I did not say Horatio needed, but really that boosts him, but Inigo needs it. Ericarni, common tank without 5-star weapon. Again, you get her when you don't need her. Her skills are just bad. Ishaq Pasha, he could be easily S tier, but now I can see him only as A tier because he lacks 5-star armor. With 5-star armor he will be great assassin warrior, but without that armor he is not so great, but also still quite good hero. Ivo Joliseur, I hope I pronounced it quite well, this French name. Again, another campaign hero with same problem as previous, but this has at least some free running, have stun blow, oh, that's okay. Even some stealth, you don't sneak past too many enemies, but you can avoid them. And Snake Eye, random boost, I don't know if it's great. For me, another D tier, because again, no tier 5 weapon. Evie Fry, on the other hand, number 2 in the game at the moment. Expert Assassin, great for DPS. Pistols, great. Gladiator skill in 1-on-1 have critical chance boosted by 20%. He has stunning blow, so 3 ticks stun for enemy and mutilate 3 attacks and every of them for 115% damage. He destroys enemy when he is 5-star. Great hero. Sorry, another cut. I'm back. Nice. Jacques Julius, daughter of Evo. Rare disarm with adept novice in lockpick, expert disarm, tactic strike, okay. That's self buff, but nothing she would impress. Plus no tier 5 weapons, so top of D tier at the best. Hamid Al epic DPS that you forget that exists. You get him from the Art of the Haste and That's all. Okay, crossbow skill good, but that's all. So lower C tier. Jaria Al Zakiyah, one of 2 assassins with Grandmaster skill. So Master and Grandmaster in Assassination, expert in Freerunner, can reveal rooms, have nice boost, like Altair's Doctrine, 20% buff to lethality, Equilibrist, ty vole. Oh, sorry. Ty vole is Czech word. And that's terrible word. Equilibrist. Agility buff by 21% and 50 chance to get 20% buff for dodge for 2 ticks. Plus some nice bleed damage, and also you can reveal a room. So first time in mission you can reveal some rooms with her, but you get her quite late, so she will probably not be in your party to first run many rooms. And I think she is great, and she belongs somewhere middle between Darius and Ishaq in Assassins. Jean de la Croix, I mean number 3 in the game. Tank with great HP, defense, and skills that give him HP back, like dodge or religious strike, plus holy resolution that restore 50% his HP and increase defense by 25%. That's great for him. Great stats for him. But we can say same for Chibral bin Said, stealth hero with ultra great sword. I mean, he don't have 5-star armor, he don't have 5-star gear, only no adept in stealth and swift cut that deal 50% damage. He is weak. And again, you get him late when you don't need him. Jorah Bloodshoulder, you remember her mostly because she is at end of M3 of the Raven's Wound event. Looks decent, but it's a rare tank that you get later in the game, and when you don't need it, I think she is lower C tier. Jorge Diaz, not a bad tank for rare, but you quite fast forget him, and I think he is just before Jorah. Cassandra, or Precious Eagle Bearer, she has Assassination, she has Poison, she has Heroic Strike, high damage output, but her problem is she don't have defense or HP to last long in the fight. She has healing for her tier 5 personal legendary weapon, but that's all. So I would love to put her in S tier, but best I can think is before Auger in A tier. If she would last longer in battle, then she could maybe move in S tier, but not now. Kenza, for me, another S tier, just behind Cassandra, because her dodge skill and sun throw make her almost unhittable in the battle, plus 3 ticks recharge for flurry of steps. Awesome damage skill. A tier without problem. La Volpe on the other hand, disappointed for epic shadow navigation. Yes, he has lockpick, he is master in free running. His Gno deal damage to enemies, but heal only 5%, so that you heal you lost in next hit, even if it's from dagger enemy. So top of D tier at best. Leonardo Da Vinci, as I said, if he was the one he dethroned Gaspar and That's why he belongs to S tier. Cell heal from dodges. Can save ally before death. Yes, you must deploy that before that enemy go die, but that enemy survive and get back 40% of his health. Then 3 charges with 5-star gear of Herb Redeemedly, 40% health instantly and other 40% for over 5 ticks, so 80% ticks, great heal. All party 45% heal restoration. Creeping poison that slow enemy down. Disarm. Skillet strike with increased critical chance. And I believe from his weapon he has healing from the dodge. Yes, he has. So not even he is not only great healer but also can last long in the fight, and that's great. Leonidas, first of Sparta. Hero from Thermopylae. For me, he is just behind Gaspar. Good warrior. He has parry, Ring of Chaos, so he stun enemy. For Sparta, he increased his own attack by 50%. Brutal Rush, strike all enemy for 230%. Fury, so when he gets wounded, he is more dangerous. Great one. I'm only sad he don't have his famous Spartan kick. Lucas Bellini, I mean, he is one of characters that you have to complete Forge in your first time. He is yours because he has execution, but he don't last long in fight, and I think lower A tier is placed for him. Luciano Cavazza, another Italian assassin. He has his own assassination skill, Vengeful Assassination, that boosts lethality by 20% and increase by 70% his attack for 5 ticks. Great. Free running expert, can stun enemy. For me, another solid A tier, but again in lower part, and I still prefer Auger over Luciano. Luis Chico. Then there we get to part when some will disagree, because I think there are two groups that have two counter opinions. One is team of Luis and Qasim, and second of Luisa and Beatrice, and I am Bea and Luisa team. So Luis can have advantage in that he can disarm. His stun, I mean, is so small that you don't see that stun. 7 charges in sneak, okay, nice. He has lockpick adept, okay, but I don't see him more than C tier, somewhere here. And as I said, controversy is here because I rank Luisa at bottom of A tier. She don't have disarm, but she has stealth as Luis, but she have free running, and that is something Luis don't have, and that's why I like Luisa a lot more, because she can avoid enemies by free running. And then when both her skills that slow down enemy are working, she can deal a lot damage before enemy will hit her. Sadly, this skill were patched because before it was not counted together but multiplied, I believe. So you had a really longer time than you have now before enemy hits. But it was costed that enemy deal a lot more damage than he deal now. But I like it because before that enemy had chance to strike, Luisa killed him. Now she is not as powerful as she was, but still great hero for me. Her father, Lupo Gallego. I ranked Evie here, and I think he belongs to top of A tier. Master lockpick, master stealth, expert in disarm. After his skill, hit and run, have chance to avoid next hit. He avoid next hit and have 50% chance to avoid another hit, but he don't last long. He is wrong. This high because that's that combination of stealth, disarm, and lockpick. Nicolo Machiavelli, another S tier because his sadist and evasive mending skills keep him alive. He don't have high DPS, but he is almost unkillable plus buff. Critical chance and dodge, stealth, assassination, and attack. What do you more? Do you want more? Maybe slowing enemy? Yes, he also have this. So definitely S tier. Magdalena Suarez. I mean C tier again, because yes, it's nice to have both assassination and stealth, but her stealth is only novice, so it's low. And Fee being poison, okay. Lowest enemy defense and deal damage over time, but not something extremely good. Malik Siaf, he will get boost really soon. Maybe he get just before this video was released, because he get his tier 5 hidden weapons that increases healing. His problem is he is healer and only 2 charges, I believe. But he has nice knee combo that deal nice damage. He is free running adept, even though he lost his left arm. He is expert assassin. I mean solid B tier, I would say. Maria, one time one of the best heroes in the game, in top 2 with Jean, but now when her skill was nerfed, she was nerfed a lot, but after time she was buffed. I mean she is somewhere in upper part of A tier, because when it rolled great for her, she get a lot of heals from her dodges. Her sad part is she is both expert in assassination and stealth, and that's bad. She don't have one strong side. If she would be master in assassination, top tier of A tier, yes, but now she is in upper part of A tier. Maria Thorpe, her main skill is sound of attack that increase speed by 50% for that ally for 8 ticks, so 50% faster attacking. That's nice. I believe when you have attack speed 2.0 for ultra great swords and axes, that changes to 1.0, but I can be wrong and it could be down only to 1.5, but still it help. She has parry, that's great to keep her alive. Swift cut is nice, but nothing extremely great. I think she is bottom of B tier. Uncle Mario, his main strength is Conditioneros March. Dodge and is increased by 20%, critical chance 30% for whole party for 25 ticks, plus initiative. That is great buff, especially for heavy hitters, because when they have another 30% chance to hit critical hit, that's great for them, and I see him as top of B tier, because other of this buff he don't have too much to offer. Mary Reed, first disarm legendary hero in the game and she's disappointed. Yes, master in disarm, but only 2 charges in lockpick. That's low. Only free running adept. I would expect from pirate much more. In fighting skills also not so great, so I would say another B tier. Mateo Galan, I mean, he is basic assassin, and why to have him when you have Auger for a whole time? D tier. Maximo Barrosa, just a little bit better because he has stealth and has self and has skill that boost assassination, so he is better than Mateo, but not much more. Maya Al-Dabai, her strength is foreshadowing that gain critical chance. Critical chance is increased by 100% and dodge, but for 75% by 75% for ticks. So for that fight she is really strong, but other than that she can only avoid enemies via her great free running skills, because she has 2 free running grandmasters charges and 6 free running masters, and because of that I would put her in the B tier. One fight she can hold her own and rest must be avoided by free running. Murad bin Hussein. What I like on Murad is his free running skill, plus he has parry, dodge. His mask make debuff to enemies. I mean, another top of B tier. And you can disagree, but that's only what you can, because this is my video. You can make your own tier list when you put him to D tier because you don't like him, but that's fine. We all have our opinions on, and they are different, and that's good. Musa Ben Abel Ghazan, I mean, he is great AoE. I would put him here because he can dodge a lot. Nice AoE skills, plus even its novice skills that I hate usually, for him they are great in disarm and lockpick, especially when he is often synchronized hero. He has synchronized bonus in the Raven's Wound. He is really useful for that, and I would recommend to elite train his dexterity to buff these skills. Mirini, latest hero in the game, and I mean, she is legendary healer and she is really sad character. When she is 5-star, yes, she has Spear of Leon. I does that boost her damage. All basic damage do 120% damage. Unbreakable, that defense is buff when facing multiple enemies, but her defense is low because she has light armor, so not great. From the Ashes, okay. When one hero has under 30% heal, you use this and everybody is back on full health, but that's not sound like healing skill you would have. Aquila's Gift, increase party critical chance by 4% and critical bonus, not so great. Revelation, okay, when you do submission for first time she can reveal rooms for you, but you will not use her for that. And the Hammer String, okay, bleed damage, but nothing extra great. I mean, she should be about as Cleopatra and had a weak legendary character. Naima Aliza, for me, here in A tier. She is weaker in fighting than Maria, but she has expired lockpick and expired disarm, what make her quite good, but you don't want to fight with her in battle. Rather assassin and lockpick. That's what do you want when Maria can handle some fights. Natakas, because of him I made 3 dots rank, and he is definitely at bottom of this rank. Perina Di Bastian, what was that? Some not successful effort to recreate Luisa at epic rarity. C tier for me. She is not better than Luisa. And when you 5-star Perina, you will have 5-star Luisa for a long time. Qasim Al-Dani. As I said, there are 2 groups. One of Team Bea and Luisa, and second Qasim and Luis. And Luis is for me, as I said, where I put him? In C tier. But Qasim is much more ranked for me, but still at bottom of A tier, not more. I was never a big fan of him, mainly because you get him in region 3, and that's quite late for me when you can have Bea in region 2. Ranvi, another hero that I don't have 5-star, and I think she is somewhere around Merini and Cleopatra support that you don't take in the battle because she is not good. Rodrigo De Mendoza, bottom of S tier. He has AoE and has stealth expert also in lockpick, what a great. Then one onslaught and storm of blades. When he will get his 5-star armor, he will probably be somewhere here in top of S tier, but without 5-star armor, bottom of S tier. He can rise. Same thing as Ishaq, where I put him here, but with 5-star armor he will be probably bottom of S tier. And last of 3 Gallego family members, Rosa, epic shadow with lockpick master, disarm master as stealth master. Smoke bomb is nice. Her unique skill is something you don't want to have use it because it's last woman standing, I would say, because she is woman and not man, so not last man standing but last woman standing. So 25% more dodge when she is last member in group that is alive, and every dodge heal her by 5%, and that's not much. I think V tier is for her. Said Al Abbas, I believe he is from region 3, and you have Auger, and I think somewhere at top of D tier is placed for him because he has boost of agility, but he don't have free running skills, so that's not a good. Shakir Al Zaid is nice AoE hero, but won't last long in the fight. So I mean, somewhere before Qasim I would rank him, mainly because Market of Death skill that lower attack, defense and attack speed of target for 50%. Xiao Jun, a really interesting hero. She has smoke bomb, and that's only that she would use in fight. So one time you have chance to run away and try to repeat. Assassination, that is expert, or hidden full blade when you have it. Another assassination skill, or one of 7 charges for stealth, 2 in Grandmaster and 5 in Stealth Master. I say what I see in game. Of course, her yes, I see her armor give another Stealth Master, so 6 plus 2 in stealth is really great. Plus one more assassination, so 14 enemies can be sneak or assassinate, plus 15 can be destroyed by her full blade. That's really great, but in fight not as good, so I put her right behind Cassandra. Sigurd Styrbjörnsson, hero from the Raven's Wounds event, and for AoV not good, so I think he is bottom of B tier. Yes, he has bleed, okay, he has Rider Strikes, 2 hits for 100% damage, so 200% damage to all enemies in front of him, and parry he called Retaliate when he returns some damage to enemy, but nothing extraordinary. Tariq Al-Nasr, I mean, you can use him in region 1 and then you forget he exists, so he is like Constanza. Teodora Contanto, not much to say about her. Yes, she has lockpick, she has some stealth, but that's all, bottom of C tier. Teresa de Laino, hammer string, so he slow enemy, dirty trick that reduce her enemy attack, and when she has lucky in 1 of 4 times, plus increase enemy miss chance by 30%. Quite good. Not a bad fighter, but definitely not great. So bottom of B tier, I believe. Tosca Jajal Ricci. Říkám to snad správně. Oh, sorry. Again, check. I hope I pronounced it correctly. And I mean, head is risky Teresa, then and legs are, I don't remember from who, and I believe from what is her name? I put her somewhere here. Andrea, I believe it's torso. She is mix of some heroes by visual, and her skills are just trash. Novice in assassination, adept in disarm, brutal strike. Really bad skills, and again you get her when you don't need her from campaign. Valka, on the other hand, is from campaign and can be quite useful. For me, she is great healer and bottom of A tier. Isabel Lomain, not a bad healer. 3 charges with chance that restore 21% of HP and have 25% chance to heal another 15% by 4 ticks. Some stealth, so can avoid some fights, but other than that, nothing extra great. If we don't count Lore Master of the Covenant that boosts 25% lethality and dexterity of target. But still, I must put her in D tier because she don't shine. And then we have our great Yusuf Tazi, the Istanbul. A really great freerunner that have also buff to agility skill, throwing knives, retaliate. He is great, and I believe he is just before Luisa. And last and only hero that I did not recruit because I refuse pay to item my helix. Yes, he has assassination expert, stealth noise, okay, so he can avoid some fights, daring attack that deal damage but also reduce his dodge and defense. That's not worthy. I mean, bottom of D tier, because you must pay a lot helix to get him and it's not worthy. So there you have it. This is my Assassin's Creed Rebellion ranking. You will find it under Assassin's Creed Rebellion April 2022, and you can look to it and say whatever you want. And in the comments, I would appreciate it if you say at what hero you disagree, where you agree, and maybe we'll see you again at some other video. I will not make a lot of ACR videos because my channel is mainly focused at Czech language, and English is something that is quite different, but I believe my audience should understand that if they are not older Czech citizen, then learn in school Russian because they were born before, they was in school before 1989, before Velvet Revolution, when we topped communist rule and become more free, but still English knowledge is not so great in Czech Republic, and I hope my English is not so terrible and you could understand to me. So thank you for watching, and see you in maybe another video or whatever. So have a good time, folks, and bye.